I've always been exceptionally good at studies, as well as sports. But unfortunately for me, my parents didn't have the resources to push me forward in any field. My dad was a chauffeur for some rich lady, and we were barely meeting the ends. I tried a few part-time jobs, but it barely left me with much time for studies and sports. I was really worried about my future when one day, I got home to find an unknown woman sitting in our living room.
"Oh, Liam, I was waiting for you to come back."
Dad came forward and gestured toward the woman.
"This is my boss. She wanted to talk to you."
"Talk to me? What for?" I asked in confusion.
"I've heard a lot about you, Liam." She smiled. "You're excelling at academics and are an all-rounder at school. I was hoping you could tutor my daughters. I'm ready to pay you a good amount for that."
I was surprised. I finally had the opportunity to quit the insane amount of part-time jobs. So without any second thought, I accepted her offer. But it was only later that I realized that I had dug myself a really deep grave. The twins I had to teach were my classmates who had a reputation that preceded them. The first one was Andrea, who looked innocent and cute, but was famous for causing all kinds of trouble. The other was Camila, who was the hottest girl of our school with somewhat good grades, but she sucked at everything else. I could only sigh, thinking about how busy my life was about to get. Obviously, I was going to keep the whole tutoring thing a secret from my classmates because I didn't want unnecessary attention. The next day, I went to their house and was almost blinded by the sprawling mansion in front of me. The security guard gave me a visitor pass for future visits and let me in. As soon as I was inside, the two girls came running down the stairs. I waved my hand awkwardly and smiled. "Hi, I'm Liam. I'll be tutoring you. Let's not waste any time and get started right away, since we've much to cover." They didn't have much reaction to my words and simply guided me to a spacious study room. Andrea brought me a glass of water, and before I could have a sip, Camila suddenly yelled from behind me. "Not again, Andrea! Did you mix your hand lotion in the drink?" I was totally baffled hearing this and sniffed the drink. Indeed. It smelled a bit weird. I glared at Andrea. I wanted to give her a piece of my mind, but held back. Andrea stood there with teary eyes and hesitantly spoke. It wasn't me." I frowned and turned to look at Camila, who was smirking, but covered it up as soon as she caught my eye. "Aha, Liam! Forgive my sister," she sighed. "She's a bit mischievous. Rest assured, I'm going to take really good care of you." I flinched. Something was fishy. But I decided to drop the incident and began with the tutoring session. During the entire class, Camila seemed distracted, and I could tell that she wasn't interested in studying. She kept trying to flirt with me. That made me really uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Andrea, to my surprise, was seriously listening to what I was saying. I couldn't believe that she was the same Andrea who was only known for playing pranks. And how come Camila didn't even know the basics? I had so many questions, but it wasn't something relevant to me. It was my responsibility to teach both of them. So I asked Camila to go over the basics before the next session, but she simply yawned. "Come on, Liam. Don't be so boring. I already know all that." "I still insist," I said firmly. She then rolled her eyes and ignored me. Before leaving, I requested them to keep the whole tutoring thing a secret. But guess what? The next day I arrived at the school to find out that every single person had found out that I was tutoring the twins. Great. Just what I needed. I was the new trending topic now, and that just made me want to go and hide somewhere. Camila cornered me in the corridor and gave me a sympathetic look. "I'm sorry, Liam. I warned Andrea to not spill the secret, but she told everyone." And then I saw Andrea entering the school, and Camila glared at her. "Why did you tell everyone that Liam is our tutor? Did you want them all to think that he's under you? That you're his boss?" Andrea's eyes widened. It looked like she had no idea what was going on. I was more shocked at how Camila had framed her words. Indirectly insulting me, as if she wanted me to know my place. I shook my head and asked both of them to forget about it. And like this, the next few weeks passed. While tutoring them, I slowly realized that Camila was actually the evil twin and had been framing Andrea for everything. Not just that, she also used to steal credits for anything that Andrea achieved. Of course, I just couldn't sit back and watch this go on. So, I decided to help Andrea build her reputation around the school again. One day, I texted her to meet me alone after class. "Why did you stay quiet and let Camila frame you?" I asked her as soon as she arrived. She was a bit taken aback at my words, but slowly, realization hit her and she lowered her eyes. I asked again, "Why? When you could have easily exposed her? She hasn't done it once or twice. She's out to get you." Andrea pressed her lips, looking sad. "Because she's family, and I'm not sure if anyone would believe me even if I had the evidence. Don't worry about it. I'm used to this." I was shocked at the response. No way I wasn't going to worry. But I had to approach her slowly. It seemed like she was very reserved. "Fine. Let's be friends," I said cautiously. She blinked. "Friends? Really?" It was obvious from her reaction that she didn't have any friends. Well, she didn't exactly have a very good image in school. I felt bad for her. Her innocence pricked at my heart. I didn't want her to get this treatment when she had done nothing wrong. I nodded, and then she hugged me suddenly, making me freeze in my place. She quickly realized what she had done and pulled away awkwardly. I should go now." She blushed and turned around. After that incident, we started spending a lot of time together and found many common interests. It took some time, but gradually, Andrea started opening up to me. I genuinely enjoyed her company and always looked forward to meeting her. We grew closer and closer each day, and as you can already guess, I started falling for her. But let's not forget about Camila. She wasn't exactly pleased with what was going on, and employed all kinds of petty tricks to separate Andrea and me. But I was having none of it. I knew what Andrea was really like, and Camila could no longer fool me. One day, Andrea asked me for help with an assignment. I happily obliged, and just in case, I asked Camila if she needed my help too. "Oh, I can do it myself," she laughed. "Forget about that boring stuff. Would you like to come with me to the beach party today?" No thanks. I'll be helping Andrea with assignments. Have fun!" Camila was clearly angry at my response. She stormed out of the room while yelling, "Either way, I'll be getting better grades, you fools!" I chuckled at that. Yeah, we'll see about that. Andrea and I worked on the assignment till late, and were really excited to see the teacher's reaction. I was confident that she was going to get full grades on this. But guess what? The teacher was absolutely enraged and humiliated Andrea in front of the whole class. I could only watch in shock. How could this happen? I connected the dots when Camila received praises and the highest grades for her assignment. She wasn't even home all day. When did she even complete it? She smirked at Andrea, and that's when I knew it. She had swapped the assignments! I can't even describe how angry I felt in that moment. I've had enough of her drama. This couldn't go on. It was time that she had a taste of her own medicine. I felt especially bad for Andrea. She leaned her head against my shoulder and cried, "I'm sorry, Liam. Because of me, your hard work went to waste too. I shouldn't even have tried. She won't ever let me live peacefully." I shook my head. This isn't the end, Andrea. I'm going to make sure that she learns her lesson once and for all. I told her my plan. The next few days were spent making Camila as jealous as possible. She'd always try to throw herself at me, but I paid her no attention. Andrea and I joined an upcoming competition as a team. "Liam, why don't you join the contest with me?" Camila offered. "We both know that I'm actually capable of making us win." "Sure you are. By cheating," I added mentally. But sorry, Andrea and I are together in this. She huffed and paired up with the most popular guy of our year. Did she think that would affect me? Pfft, seriously? It was time to move on to the next stage of my plan. Andrea and I created our model, and after checking its functionality, I hid it in a safe place. Then, to bait Camila, we constructed a similar model, but with only the outside surface. So it was basically just a box with nothing inside. As expected, on the day of the competition, our fake model disappeared. I went to the stage and Camila smirked at me. Why did you come here empty-handed? Please, present a model, otherwise see yourself out, she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Andrea came forward with a confident smile. That's none of your concern, is it? Why don't you focus on your own model? Camila was shocked for a moment, but quickly recovered herself. Whatever, losers. I gave Andrea a thumbs up and she nodded, looking the happiest I'd ever seen her. I was glad that she was finally coming out of her shell and standing up to Camila. Finally, it was Camila's team's turn. It was pure chaos. Camila was reading the instruction paper with the fake model, while her teammate was struggling to make it work. The audience had a good laugh at them while the judges were mad.
Are you trying to make a fool out of us? One of them spoke up. Get out of here! You're disqualified!
Camila looked like she would burst into tears any moment. Well, she deserved it. It was finally our turn. Andrea started with the explanation and we did the presentation together. Everyone was in awe, seeing that Andrea had come up with the model and the judges were really impressed. We got a perfect 10 from every judge and went backstage after the greetings. Camila was waiting there for us. I turned on the mic and hid it behind Andrea while Camila started yelling about her horrible deed, of how she had stolen the model and was humiliated because of us, and that she wasn't going to stop here. Too bad for Camila. Every single person present there was listening. They all soon realized the whole situation, and the judges appeared backstage along with our teachers. Camila's face went pale. She saw the mic and ran away from there. Well, she could run all she wanted, but her life was already ruined. She was going to pay for everything she had done. Andrea turned to me with a smile and hugged me tightly. Thanks, Liam. It wouldn't have been possible without you. I really love you. I leaned down and kissed her. I love you too. At that moment, we heard our names being announced as the winning team, and together, we went to the stage to receive our trophy.
Please don't forget to share this podcast on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. Thanks for your support. Check out our YouTube channel by clicking the link in this episode description. And also, kindly please rate and review this podcast. Bye.